General Hospital spoilers. Carly eavesdrops on Britt's mysterious conversation, a shocking secret that changes everything. Port Charles thrives on secrets, betrayals, and hidden alliances, but sometimes fate intervenes, pushing one character into the path of another's carefully guarded truth. In this unfolding saga, Carly Corinthos finds herself in exactly that situation. When she happens upon Britt Westbourne in a clandestine conversation with a mysterious man, Carly's instincts sharpen. Her history as Sonny Corinthos's ex-wife, a Quartermain by blood, and a woman who has spent a lifetime navigating deception, betrayal, and mob politics makes her attuned to trouble. But nothing could prepare her for the bombshell she's about to overhear. What begins as simple suspicion quickly escalates into a shocking revelation that has the power to shake Port Charles to its core, destroy alliances, and alter lives permanently. This is no ordinary secret, it's a game changer. And Carly is caught right in the middle of it. The week had been strange enough already. Britt Westbourne had been making herself scarce around the hospital, dodging conversations, disappearing for hours at a time. Britt's sharp tongue and sarcastic humor often masked her deeper emotions, but Carly had learned to spot the difference between someone lashing out and someone hiding something. Carly first noticed it at Kelly's. Britt sat in a corner booth, nursing a coffee, checking her phone every few seconds. Her usual sharp remarks were absent. Instead, she seemed restless, jittery, like a woman waiting for a storm to break. Later, Carly overheard Britt on a hushed phone call near the Metro Court. Britt's voice was tense. "This isn't the place. Too many eyes. We'll meet later, same spot." That was enough to set Carly's instincts ablaze. Over the years, Carly had learned that secrecy almost always spelled danger. Whether it was mob dealings, Quartermain betrayals, or Casadini plots, secrets meant trouble. And Carly wasn't about to let trouble brew in her hotel or anywhere near Jason, Sonny, or her family. The next evening, Carly lingered at the Metro Court bar, her eyes carefully tracking Britt as she slipped away. Britt was dressed differently, muted colors, a dark jacket, hair pulled back tightly, as though she didn't want to be noticed. That in itself was suspicious. Britt thrived on attention, not invisibility. Carly's curiosity became resolve. She followed at a safe distance, her heels soft against the hotel's marble floors. When Britt exited through the side entrance and made her way down toward the pier, Carly's heartbeat quickened. Why the pier? That was Sonny's old haunt, Jason's meeting ground, a place where alliances were formed and lives were lost. No one came to the pier for casual chats. Carly crouched behind a stack of crates as Britt approached the shadow of a tall man in a dark coat. His face was partially obscured by the hood of his jacket, but his presence was commanding, his voice low and firm. "Did you get what I asked for?" the man said. Britt handed him a folder, her hands trembling just slightly. "I shouldn't be doing this. If anyone finds out—" "They won't," he interrupted. "You're the only one I can trust with this." Carly leaned forward, straining to catch every word. "What you're asking me to do, what you're planning, this isn't just dangerous. It's going to destroy people." The man stepped closer, and Carly finally caught a glimpse of his face in the dim light. She gasped silently, nearly giving herself away. It wasn't just any man. It was Nathan West. Carly's mind spun. Nathan West had been dead for years. His funeral had broken Maxie, devastated Liesl, and left James to grow up without a father. Yet here he was, standing in the shadows, alive. Carly's first thought was that this was some kind of trick, a Casadini experiment, a doppelganger, maybe even a long-lost twin. But the way Britt looked at him, the way her voice cracked, suggested this was no impersonator. This was Nathan. "I can't keep covering for you," Britt whispered, tears glistening in her eyes. "Maxie deserves to know. James deserves to know." "Not yet," Nathan replied firmly. "If the truth comes out now, it will put everyone I love in danger. There are forces at play you can't begin to understand. The people who brought me back." He stopped himself as though realizing he'd said too much. Carly's pulse pounded in her ears. She had stumbled onto something massive. Nathan West alive? Hidden by Britt? Connected to some shadowy organization? This wasn't just gossip, it was a secret that could change lives, particularly Maxie's. But Carly also knew the danger of rushing to judgment. Over the years, she had seen more than a few supposed resurrections turn out to be lies, manipulations, or Casadini trickery. If she went to Maxie now, she could devastate her friend with false hope. Carly needed proof, and she needed to understand what Britt was really doing. Over the next few nights, Carly continued her quiet surveillance. She watched Britt grow increasingly torn between loyalty and fear. Their conversations revealed pieces of a bigger puzzle. Nathan had been resurrected or saved from the brink of death by a covert group with ties to Casadini science. In exchange for his life, Nathan had been forced into secret operations, working against a dangerous enemy that had infiltrated Port Charles. Britt had been helping him from the shadows, supplying him with hospital records, medication, and cover stories to keep his existence hidden. But Carly also noticed something else. Britt wasn't just helping Nathan out of loyalty. She was protecting him because she still loved him. Carly could only take so much. After another tense meeting on the pier, she stepped out from the shadows. Enough hiding, Britt. You're going to tell me everything right now. Britt froze, her face pale as she saw Carly. You were spying on me? Don't even try to turn this around, Carly snapped. I heard every word. Nathan West is alive, isn't he? You've been sneaking around, covering for him, lying to Maxie, lying to everyone. Do you have any idea what this will do to her? Britt's eyes filled with tears. You don't understand. If Maxie finds out now, she'll be in danger. They'll kill him, Carly. They'll kill both of them. Who's they? Carly demanded. Britt shook her head, terrified. If I tell you, you'll be next. It took hours of tense confrontation, but eventually Britt broke down. The mysterious organization Nathan was working against? It wasn't just any mob faction or Casadini offshoot. It was connected to Victor Cassadine's unfinished experiments, a group determined to rebuild his legacy through advanced bioweaponry and mind control research. Nathan had been pulled into their orbit against his will. His survival had come at a terrible cost, one that forced him into shadow missions, sabotaging their plans while pretending to be their operative. Britt had been the only person he trusted to help him navigate this double life. And now Carly knew too. The revelation shook Carly to her core. Part of her wanted to storm straight to Maxie and tell her the truth. But another part, the part that had lived through Jason's fake deaths, Sunny's disappearances, and every mob war Port Charles had endured, understood the stakes. If Nathan revealed himself now, the people controlling him could retaliate against Maxie, James, even Georgie. It could unleash chaos. For once, Carly had to consider silence. Not because she wanted to protect Britt, but because protecting Maxie meant keeping this secret a little while longer. Still, Carly knew herself too well. Sooner or later, her conscience or her temper would force her to act. The next night, Carly returned to the pier to confront Nathan directly. She wanted answers from him, not just Britt. But when she arrived, the crates were empty, the shadows silent. And then she saw it, a single object left behind, Nathan's badge. Fresh blood on its edge. Carly's breath caught. Was Nathan already in danger? Had the people who brought him back discovered Britt's betrayal? Or was this a warning meant for Carly herself? As the waves crashed against the pier, Carly realized she was in deeper than ever. She knew the secret. Now the question was, how long before Port Charles paid the price?